here at Hawaii Pacific University with Kiersten Faulkner, who is the Executive Director for Historic Hawaii Foundation. Glad you could join us.
Thank you.
And you as well. Thank you. It's been such a long time, and this is a new space for you, isn't it?
You know, HPU is new, but the Aloha Tower and the piers here and just the connection between the waterfront and Chinatown and downtown is a very historic location. It's wonderful that we're able to be here today.
And so how does this tie in with the Historic Hawaii Foundation?
So Historic Hawaii Foundation works statewide, but we help people save historic places. Every place has a story. Every person has a place that matters to them. And what we try to do is put those things together. What are the places that tell all of Hawaii's stories, the people who formed them, who live here, who use them, and how can they be relevant to the future? So we help people save those places, know them, love them, enjoy them, and take care of them.
You know, sometimes when we think of historic Hawaii or locations in history, we think of old places.
Old places have stories, but that doesn't mean they aren't relevant today. So what we try to do is connect the past, the present, the future. What are these places? What did they mean to the people who settled here? How were they used? How did they shape our communities? What are the lessons from the past that we can learn today? How are they still relevant as we go forward?
How can we make that understandable, I guess, for our younger generation?
People take care of places they know. They love places that they know. So it's important to identify stories and histories and connect people to those sites so that they have a deeper understanding, a deeper appreciation, and eventually a sense of responsibility of kuleana, that they will then take care of it going forward.
So how does the foundation work with people relative to present locations? Yeah.
So we do it in a couple of different ways. One is just to let people know what's out there. We do tours and events. We did one last summer of Diamond Head. It was called Diamond Head Unseen. We looked at the geology. We looked at the Hawaiian mo'olelo. We looked at the military use in World War II. We looked at current contemporary plans. This summer we're going to be doing a tour of Waialae Avenue in Kaimoki, so people can learn about the business and the history of Kaimoki. So, you know, connecting people to sites. We do educational activities like lectures and classes and seminars. One that was really popular that we're actually going to repeat because people loved it so much was submerged cultural resources, shipwrecks and plane wrecks and what's under the ocean. So having an underwater archaeologist come and tell us the stories of what's down there. So those are exciting ways. But the other thing is people can get involved in campaigns to save a place. One interesting one we just finished, or is still ongoing actually, is the Lihui Post Office on Kauai. The Postal Service announced that they were going to sell the historic building, and the community rallied and said, wait a minute, this is important to us, it's important to our history, it's important to our place. So they engaged in a campaign to tell the post office not to do that they wanted to save their historic post office. And this campaign included mailing coconuts to the post office in California to say, save our historic post office. So these are ways that people get creative. They come together as a community. They start to say, these places are important to us. Let's take care of them and let's fight for them when necessary.
So does the foundation have volunteers that help sculpt, I guess, these campaigns?
We sure do. And that one in particular involved probably 150 people on the island of Kauai. So they were going door to door with postcards that people would sign, and the process of cleaning the coconuts, because of course they have to be inspected by ag before you can mail them. And you know, just steps like that, as well as turning out to community meetings and being present, being active. Some people can't devote that kind of time, so they can also do other things. You know, maybe it's just signing an online petition or participating in an event. So there's lots of ways to get involved.
Well, I want to thank you for your time and for showing us that we can let the past also lead the present and the future.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Kiersten.
Thanks.
So we've been meeting Kiersten Faulkner, who is the Executive Director for Historic Hawaii Foundation. Thank you for being with us.